Hello everybody, I'm back for another live and today is really exciting because, let me show you, I just got in the mail my unique starter kit, so I'm super excited to share with you what came in the kit today. So first off, let me just start by saying I already have foundation, bronzer, blush and highlight on, and my eyebrows, just because I thought it would save some time. So the foundation I'm actually wearing is, so it came in the kit, is the Unique Touch Mineral Liquid Foundation, and I also have their primer on. Actually, I forgot to mention that. And it's really cool because in here comes, I've already used it up here, as you can see, I used the lighter shades, but it comes with 19 different shades and the primer down the right hand side, so that's pretty cool. So that was the first thing that came in my bag, and that's what I'm wearing on my face today. I only got light coverage out of it because it is only a sample size, but I have to say I have really dry skin and it didn't emphasize any of my dryness, so I will definitely be picking a full size of this up. So before we get into trying out the rest of the stuff, I wanted to say what else came in my bag, and I got a little card with a sample of 4 scents, so some unique perfumes. So I'm gonna try them out. I'm pretty excited. I love perfume. I don't know about you guys. The next things were 3 sample masks, a detoxifying one, an oil control one, and an exfoliating mask. So that's awesome. They seem like pretty decent sized sample sizes, so that's great. And also there was a, I'm guessing this is a full size mask that came. This is an exfoliating mask, and it looks like this inside. So I'm pretty keen to try that out because, like I said, I have dry skin, so I tend to exfoliate quite a bit. So the next thing that came that I'm not going to be using today, I did have a little peek inside to see, like, to get an idea of what sort of look I wanted to do. The next thing that came is a cream eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Unapologetic, and it's like an earthy, like burnt orange. And I have to say, I did swatch this and I was a little bit nervous because it's a cream eyeshadow, and sometimes they can be like they don't set, they're really sticky, or you can't blend them. And I found with this one, the more you blend, the sheerer it got. So I find these types of products can be like an on the go, like a really quick, like an eye product, because you can put it all over your lid and get like high pigment, and then you can blend it into the crease and it blends out softly. It's not like one harsh block color, and it sets, like it dries down to like a powder finish. So that's awesome. So you're not gonna be like blinking and getting it like all up under your brow bone or anything like that. It's not going to be smudging everywhere, so that's great. So what else came in the box? We also got an eyeliner pencil. It's just a black eyeliner, so it's a pretty staple thing for everyone to have. I don't know anybody who doesn't like just a normal black eyeliner. My favorite way to use these is when I've done my eyeshadow, is to just run like a thin line, just press it to like my lash line, but on top, like on my eyelid, and then grab like an eyeliner brush or anything like a small brush and just dip it into like a black eyeshadow, something that's a bit softer, and you can kind of just smudge it up, and it just seems to like it creates that like kind of cat eye, or it lifts your eyes up without actually doing a winged liner, because I don't know about you guys, but I suck at winged liner, so it's like a kind of a cheat trick that I learnt to do. So that's one thing that came in the box. Another thing I'm not going to be using today, it's a lash serum which came, and I'm super excited about this because I've had false eyelashes on, like lash extensions, for a couple of months, and they've just come off, so they look pretty stubby right now. And I find I have naturally long eyelashes, but when I first stop using eyelash extensions, they're really stubby. So yeah, it's just something that I'm keen to try out. I hope it works. I'll let you guys know, keep you guys updated, because I don't know anybody who doesn't love an eyelash serum. So that's another thing that came in the box. So I think we're just about ready to get started. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to be using today, we actually got a full-sized eye primer in the box, and this one, I'm just going to put a bit on my finger, is actually like it has pigment to it. It's not clear, which I like because I kind of have veiny eyelids, not like super veiny eyelids, but just enough that I like when I put an eye primer on to kind of cover the veins before I put eyeshadow on. It just seems to work a lot better. So I'm just going to pop this on my eyelids. And this one is kind of, it's like tacky, but it's not sticky, where you go to put eyeshadow on if you don't set it and it like splotches and then you can't blend it out. It seems to be one of those that has a bit of stick to it and is a little bit tacky, but it's not impossible to blend product on top of it, which I really appreciate as someone that's like, you know, just getting into makeup. So another thing that came is a blending brush, just like your standard crease fluffy blending brush, which is great. And I'm going to be using the eyeshadow palette that came in the bag, which is called the Moonstruck Addiction eyeshadow palette, and it just looks like this. It's pretty like neutral, cool toned, so if you like cool tones, it's great eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to be dipping into Honourable, and it's just like a soft grey, like transition shade, nothing too exciting. So I'm just going to use the blending brush that I got in my kit, dip into that, dust off the excess, and just start working it into the crease of my eye. And this is just a soft transition shade that just creates like a little bit of definition in the eye. And these shades are, while they're cool tone and you can get like a nice glam look out of them, they're pretty wearable. So I find I could wear these to work and it wouldn't be too much where you're like, whoa, she looks like she's going on a night out or something like that. So now that we've got that in the crease, my brushes are clean, by the way, they're just a bit stained. So I'm just going to grab a smaller, like a tapered, precise brush, and I'm going to dip into Cocky, which is like a darker brown cool tone shade, and I'm just going to start off by patting that in like the outer corner below the crease, like still on my lid, and then I'll grab another blending brush and blend it into the crease. And this is just going to be creating a little bit of dimension to the eye. And these shadows are really pigmented, can I just say, so a light hand is necessary, but they seem to blend well. They're not too pigmented where you kind of get like, you look like you're being punched in the face and then you can't blend it out, so that's a plus. And then I'm just dragging it into the crease a tiny bit with this. I'm not going to blend it with this because it's just not a blending brush. And then I'm just grabbing just another blending brush. It's one of my own. It's a little bit smaller than the other one. And I'm just going to dip back into the first soft colour and then blend that darker colour into the crease. And trying to keep the focus of the depth on the outside, like the corner of my eye, and then just blending out the harshness through the crease, through the socket there. And I'm kind of just flicking it up a little as a bit of a, not a cat eye, but I don't want my eyes to be too round. I kind of want them to be lifted up. And I'm just going to do the same on the other side, grabbing the smaller brush, dipping it in to the darker shade, just patting that on the outer corner, grabbing the blending brush again, and just blending that out. Now I'm not gonna lie, I did swatch this palette before I filmed this because I was just too excited, and there's a shade in here called Blissful, and it's kind of like a champagne-y silvery, but it's not too silver tone, and I'm gonna put that on my lid, and I died when I swatched it. It was so nice. But it's pretty intense, and I just have swatched it dry. Like, I haven't used any like setting spray or water or anything to intensify it, so I'm just gonna use my finger because that's all I have in front of me right now, and I'm just gonna pop that just on the eyelid itself. And on the other eye. And then I'm just going to grab just my fluffy crease brush and just go through the crease just one more time, just to make sure that things are blended nicely. And just to finish up the eyes, I'm going to grab the smaller precision brush and just mix those two shades and just run it under my lower lash line for a bit of definition. Okay, so that's all I'm doing for the eyes today, nothing too exciting. Actually, I might just grab another little precise brush, and I'm just going to go into one of the lighter shades, maybe this shade in the palette, and just pop it in the inner corner. To highlight. Okay, so I don't know about any of you guys, but if I was stuck on a deserted island and only had to have one makeup product, it would be mascara. Or lash extensions would be better, but you know, the upkeep of them is a bit much for a deserted island. So in the bag we got two mascaras, which I think is fantastic, and they're both called the Epic Mascara. One's waterproof and one's not, so you know, I think that's great too that there's the option. And today I'm just going to be using the normal version, and like I said before, I have had lash extensions recently, so my eyelashes are pretty stubby. And I also have really straight eyelashes, so often I will curl my lashes before I apply mascara, but I'm not going to do that today, so you can really try this out. So I'm just going to grab a mirror, and I'm just going to start applying them mascara like normal. So I have to say, like, that is not that the lighting is great this afternoon, but this is phenomenal. Like I said, didn't curl my lashes, nothing before this video. I have really short lashes right now, and I think they look great. So I'm just going to do the other eye. I'm so excited to see how this mascara performs when my lashes are back to normal and not super stubby, because right now they're pretty horrible. So I'm just going to pop a little bit on my lower lashes. Okay, I'm obsessed. That's all I have to say. So another thing we got in the box is a lip liner, and the lip liner is in the shade Pouty, and it's a really can't really see here, but it's kind of like Your Lips But Better rosy tone, which I think is great that we received this, because you know, sometimes it's just nice to just chuck on a lip liner or chuck on a lipstick that's gonna go with every look. You don't have to think about it too much. So I'm just going to pop this on my lips. And I'm just going to start by outlining them. And then filling them in. This is the kind of lip color that I can see is going to live in my purse. Like, you know, when you get to the shops and you're like, oh, kind of, or you out to a lunch with friends and you just want something nice. So this is going to be very well loved. Okay. So, lips are on, and I think that is about it for the box. So I think it was really great what we got in this. I'm really looking forward to, you know, playing with these products a bit more, hopefully teaching you guys something or just sitting down and chatting. I feel a lot more comfortable in this live than I did in the first one. I was super nervous. But I hope that you guys are enjoying this stuff. Don't forget the Black Friday sales are coming. I'm gonna know the first deal. So it starts Friday. I'm gonna know what the first deal is for Friday tomorrow. And I'm super excited. There's gonna be never before seen products, colors. There's gonna be old favorites that are like extremely discounted. And there's also a prize, I believe, for customers themselves if they buy a gift like pack from every day. So that's another cool incentive that we're doing. But other than that, I'm super excited to be doing this, and I thank you guys all for your support. I know it's a bit different, and I just hope that, you know, you guys enjoy sitting down and chatting with me, watching my videos, supporting what I'm doing. So I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.